How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of Jason's Realm here, and today I am here bringing you guys our horns up for week 15. Now, I opted to go live this week to do it. I was talking about doing this a couple weeks ago, or whenever, I think it was a couple weeks ago in the last horns up. I ultimately decided that this was going to be the way to go. So, as a result, I'm going to try this out for the next couple weeks, see how it goes, see, if it works, if it looks good, works well, all that fun stuff. If it's something you guys enjoy, let me know in the chat, let me know in the comments, all that fun stuff, as it will tell me whether or not I should keep on doing this. But let's just go ahead and dive on into this. So, this game is between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. And this game is a pivotal game for both teams. If I go ahead real quick and pull up the playoff picture, let's take a look here. We did have a couple of teams clinch today, or a couple of teams clinch in this week already. So that's kind of big. But yeah, if we look at the playoff picture here, neither team is going to be in it. Okay, but for the Rams and Packers, it's more so about finding that identity. Finding out and figuring out what they're going to do going forward, how they're going to work out, how they're going to go at the rest of the year and next year. For the Packers, they're still in it. I mean, realistically, they're not, but 7 wins, 8 wins should be enough, I would think. The Packers are 5-8, so there's a chance. But realistically, they're not going to make the playoffs, but for the Packers, it's important to see if they got any breakout young receivers, see what they got on their defensive side, see if they got anything going like that. For the Rams, it's more about seeing what they have behind their stars, behind Cooper Kupp, behind Aaron Donald, behind Matthew Stafford, and seeing if Baker Mayfield can really be the guy going forward in LA. And if they should look at signing him to maybe a 5-year deal worth, I don't know, maybe 75, 80 mil. I mean, I think that would be a fair trade for Baker. Just shy of 20 mil a year. Or wait, no, that's 2 mil a year. They work it out. No, it is 20 mil. Anyway, my bad math aside, the Rams are trying to see if Mayfield is going to be the guy there. And frankly, I think he could be, given what we saw last Thursday night. But let's just go ahead now and dive on into the injury reports. So as it stands right now, there's only one player out for the Packers. That is left tackle David Bakhtiari with a knee/abdomen injury. For the Rams, you have one player questionable, that being center Brian Allen with a knee injury. I hope he plays, because we need as many players as possible. But then you also, for players who are out, this does not include IR, but for those who are out, you have Marquise Copeland, defensive tackle with an ankle injury, defensive tackle Aaron Donald with an ankle injury, linebacker Trayvon Howard with a hip injury, defensive back David Long with a groin injury, and quarterback John Wolford with a neck injury. Now, John Wolford isn't really going to make much of a difference. I mean, Aaron Donald would be nice to have, but I get that we're not using him because we don't want to overkill him for next year, assuming he's going to be all go next year. But I would say for players to watch this game, keep your eye on Rodgers. See how Rodgers is able to play. See if Romeo Doubs is able to do well. Look at their receivers in general. The Packers receivers are going to be players to watch because they are going to be the key factor that the Packers are looking at. They're trying to see, do they have young receivers who can be good going forward? Do they have that next man up to take the place of Devontae Adams? And I don't know if they do right now, but this week will be a good show. For the Rams, I would say watch Baker Mayfield and the offensive line. The offensive line has been an issue all year. And then you got Baker Mayfield, who very well could be the guy in LA. But we need to see if he can be before officially saying he is the guy. So we need to see how Baker's able to play, see if he's able to gel after being in that offense now for almost 2 weeks at the time of kickoff. And in general, just looking at it from all angles, It's a matter of seeing if the offensive line can play good. And then you also have my prediction for this game. I am going to say on this one, you know what? I'll take the Rams on this one. I'll take them 27-24. 27-24 is fair enough. It's going to be a close game. There's no doubt about it. So, either way, it's going to be a good game to see what is going to happen with both of these teams. And I'm just looking forward to seeing it. But I guess at this point, I don't really have much else to say to you guys. If you guys did like, don't forget to smash subscribe, all that fun stuff. If we do have anyone in the chat that wants to, we can talk about football stuff, other games, and all that stuff going on this week. Taking a look, I don't see anything right now going on in the chat, but if y'all want to talk sports and talk football, I'm down. I am game. But this does conclude Horns Up for those watching this after it goes into a video. Let me actually take a look here. So the playoff picture, you have 3 teams now clinched, all in the NFC. The Eagles, Vikings, and Niners. So they're just doing their thing. The Vikings had an incredible comeback today. Incredible comeback. Niners clinched Thursday night. I think the Packers, the Cowboys can clinch a playoff spot this week. Let's take a look at playoff clinching scenarios. Week 15 playoff scenarios 2022. There we go. So for playoff clinching scenarios, once ESPN loads, let's just take a look here. So the Bills clinch a playoff berth with a win, or tie and Chargers loss, tie and Jets loss and New England loss, or tie, Jets loss, New England tie, and Chargers tie. So it's not likely that they'll do it off of any of those if they don't win, but, it's possible. KC clinches the AFC West with a win or Chargers loss, or both of them tying. The Chiefs clinch a berth with a tie or better, and a Jets loss, New England loss, or a tie and Miami loss, New England loss, and Jets tie, or tie, lost by Miami, lost by the Jets, and tie by the Patriots. For the NFC, Dallas Cowboys, they clinch a playoff berth with a win, or a tie and Giants-Washington does not end in a tie, or a tie and Seattle loss or tie, or just Seattle and Detroit lost or tie, or Seattle lost, Detroit lost or tie, or Seattle and Washington both lose. The Vikings already clinched their stuff. So, meanwhile, looking at the way things are, just the way the playoffs are looking, it's interesting to say the least. We have not had an AFC team clinch, but we've had 3 NFC teams clinch. That is mayhap something you have not seen in a long time. At least I would think, because usually the conferences are clinching relatively together. Unless, you have a really good team in one conference. But, yeah, I guess at this point, there's not really much else for me to say. We don't got anyone in chat wanting to talk football. So, I guess we will talk to you guys tomorrow for football coverage. Not sure what game yet, but you will see it on the channel here coming up soon. And I guess with that, we will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out and have a